it's been all week. Lesbian Visibility Week. So, for all the lesbians in the house, happy Lesbian Visibility Day. As it's Lesbian Visibility Day, I thought it would be great if we could get as many different of our lovely viewers, our lovely lesbian friends, to come and join in the chat and come and say hi. Come and say hi to us, right? Let's get interactive today. All right, and I can see that we've got our first guest has already joined, and I'm going to add them to the chat. Guys, I would love you guys, yeah, right? In fact, I'll tell you what we're going to do today, right? Can we get a hands up for lesbians, yeah? Let's get, that emoji, this one. Like, hey, that's the emoji I want to see. I want to see. Represent today in the comments, people. Represent for us. All right, so if you're a lesbian and you're proud, hey, in the comments, that's what we want to see, okay? So, as I said, our first guest is here, and I would like to welcome the fantastic Sade. Let's hope we can get you in. Guys, remember, hands up, hey, hands up. That's what I want to see in the comments today, all right? Actually, after a while, I'm happy with this week. I'm happy. Hello!
Hello, my darling. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fantastic, thanks. I'm good.
Out for your daily walk, I see.
Out for my daily walk. I have to take advantage of these, It's so needed when you live in a flat.
Yes. I'm telling you, like life, living in a flat, you have to go outside.
Yeah, man, you do. Literally, we don't all have the joys and the luxuries of having gardens, and even those people are out and about, and I'm like, yo, stay at home, you have a garden.
Stay out. That is it. That is totally it. I'm like, I've got a balcony, and I can go and sit out on the balcony. But when I sit out on the balcony, there is like the park is just sitting there looking at me, and I see people sunbathing, I see people walking their dogs, and I'm just like, I want some of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, for everybody that doesn't know who you are, Sade, could you just tell everybody who you are and what it is that you do?
Right, so hello everybody who's joined the conversation. My name is Sade. I am a TV presenter, I'm an actress, I work in production, I'm a videographer.
Jack of all trades. Yeah. 100%. Like, so I mean, I'm sure you guys recognize like Sade, right? Like Sade is playing herself down right now. Okay, big time, playing herself down. So we were in South Africa filming an episode of I'm going there with the story. We were filming a season of Arts Real Quiz, Johannesburg, and I kid you not, we walked through the mall and we could not walk 2-3 steps without somebody stopping us and saying, "Oh my God, Sade, you were my life." I couldn't believe it. I literally didn't realize. I felt like, oh my gosh, what is going on here, right? Then what is going on? Like, I know her. And I'm telling you, it's one of those, it was a very surreal moment, but I tell you what, it was cool. Yeah, I'm exposing all the stories right now. All the stories. A lot. Which is very humbling. It's humbling. Like, I think it's amazing that you don't push yourself like that. You don't. And but you are, like, big up yourself. And today is the day. If we don't do it every day, at least for today, big up yourself, hands up. And that was the visibility today. Yes.
The visibility is clear. We are loud and proud.
Visibility. All right, so what have you got coming up? Right, what have you got coming up in the future? Have you got anything planned for after lockdown?
Do you know what? Yeah, this lockdown thing has really just kind of like pushed things to the edge. It's messed things up a lot. It's been a moment of introspective, should I say, of going within and going, right, what am I doing with my life? What do I want to do? Where do I want to be? And to be honest with you, I'm just kind of thinking about the big plans. Do you know what I mean? Like, how am I going to change my life and change the things that I want, but also still influence other people so that they can better themselves and better their lives, be proud of who they are, be proud of their struggles, be proud that they've gone through a struggle and come out of it properly. Do you know what I mean? Because I think we spend, do you know what I mean? We spend so much time wallowing in the shit instead of going, actually, I overcame that. I did that. Do you know? So it's, yeah, my mind is still kind of like working through what I'm going to be doing. But trust, it's going to be big. It's always going to be big. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be big. Yeah. It has to be, you know, and we just have to carry on big upping one another and being a support system for one another and showing people how we've overcome things and what we've done with our lives and what we're doing with our lives, you know. So
100%.
There are a lot of things that are written down that I want to do and hope to do one day. Do you know what I mean? And I think it will happen. This is just, it's just kind of putting a pause on life at a moment. We just have to like stop for a second and just really breathe and figure it out. And it's okay. It's okay to do that. And I think the biggest thing for everybody out there at the moment who are at home, maybe are in a very bad situation at home, maybe they're with their homophobic family. Do you know what I mean? You know, it's just a reminder to be like, this is very temporary. Everything in life is temporary, but this is very temporary. And we're going to come out of it and we're going to be bigger and better and stronger for it. And all of this is just showing you what you want to do with your life. What is it that you want to do with your life? This is it.
Yeah, and really sit down and make those plans and actually think about it. Is this actually what I want to do? What are my other interests? I just think that there's so much time for growth right now and so much time to just sit back and take a step back, actually. If it is that, you know what, you don't know what you want to do or you was in a different type of headspace, then that's okay too. Don't feel the pressure of having to come out a better person, having to come out, I am this, because even taking a step back will make you a better person anyway. You know, kind of take a step back, reevaluate things. I love it. So there was a comment just now that if you're stuck for things to do, right, I've got a if you check the comments, right, there's a very, very creepy person in these comments that said, Sade, if you're stuck for things to do, I've got a bag of things for you to do. And I'm sure we can get that in, right?
We will get there. We will get there. Do you know, like, I'm not actually stuck for things to do. I'm trying really hard to keep busy, keep creative, do things. Because you have to. It's very quick to just sit back and be like, oh, I don't have anything to do, or, you know, everything's been taken away from me, or my job's been taken away from me. My job's been taken away from me too, you know. But you got to find other means and ways of keeping yourself active and keeping your mind creative and doing things, you know. So I've been trying. You who said that you've got loads of things for me to do, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing.
Right, you heard it. You heard it from the horse's mouth. Nothing. I'm doing nada.
Yeah.
No, I love it. Just before I let you go, because I know you're on your walk and I can see that you're out and about. And
it's chilled.
It's good. If you could give me your 3 top tips, right, for keeping sane during this time.
My 3 top tips for keeping sane during this time.
Yeah.
All right.
Just 3 things that you find working for you.
To be fair, the very first thing I've done, even though I think it's hard for a lot of people to do it at the moment because it's such a mess for so many people, is gratitude. Every day, I am grateful that I'm healthy, that I'm alive, and that I am okay. That I have a roof over my head, that I have a space to call my own. That's the very first thing that I do, is I wake up and I practice gratitude. Then, because we have technology, it allows me to keep in touch with the people that I care about. My family is far away. I've got family in South Africa and I've got family in Italy.
Yeah.
And thanks to technology, I've been able to check up on them and see if they're okay, how they're doing, touch base. Ironically, what this time has also taught us is to keep in touch or touch base with the people that we haven't spoken to in ages. All of a sudden, we're talking to people from high school. All of a sudden, we're talking to people that we haven't spoken to in ages. Do you know what I mean? And it's a reminder that we had a connection with that person once upon a time, and all of a sudden, a tragedy has made us go, oh, let me touch base, you know? And that's good. You know, there's a yin and yang to this, and that's good. So very grateful for the technology. Also a bit over the technology because I don't know how many Zoom meetings and I can take on.
Have you had any like dodgy moments? And I've heard some stories of things of people standing up in Zoom meetings and like being naked from the waist down, and like I was just like, no way, but this has happened.
This has happened. I haven't had that because we've all been very honest with each other, being like, I'm not standing up, I'm not wearing bottoms, you're just seeing me from the top up, so it's chilled. So I'm grateful for the technology at the moment because it allows us to really touch base with people. And then the next thing is moving my body. I'm grateful that here in the UK, we can go and take a daily walk or have a daily, you know, some form of exercise, and I'm very grateful for it. But in other parts of the world, they're not allowed that. Their restrictions are very hard. So they're stuck in their homes. But I think it's important to have some sort of body movement that is happening, whether you are doing jumping jacks in your bloody lounge or whether you're doing a yoga or whether you're doing something. You have to connect with your body. You have to connect with your soul. You have to connect with yourself. A moment of retrospective, some meditation, a prayer, whatever it is that your belief is, do it on a daily because it's so good for your mind and your body and your spirit. I'm eating a lot more.
Are you?
I am. I'm eating a lot more, but because I'm keeping active, it's not so bad. Do you know what I mean?
It's not bad. Yeah.
It's not so bad.
But are you finding that because you're eating more, what are you eating more of? Because I'm sure on like on a day-to-day basis, when we're out and about going to and from our daily lives, we're going to grab foods that are convenient. I'm sure that the food that you're eating more of now is, I'm sure it has to be healthier. It has to be
definitely.
It's all home cooked. So you know what? It's probably doing you a good justice right now.
No, it really is. It really is. I mean, I tried really hard not to be an unhealthy eater, but like you're saying, when you're on the go, you're just going to grab that sandwich, you're just going to grab that burger, you're just going to do that thing. So now it's a lot more mindful eating and it's a lot healthier stuff. And it's also, I mean, doing shit like baking and stuff that I never would have had time to do before. So you find yourself doing all these things and we see everyone doing it because everyone's making banana bread and everyone's doing the thing. But, but it's cool and it's great.
I made bread and my daughter, I said, do you want to come and help me make something? She said, oh, what are we making? I said, bread. She went, bread.
Why? Yeah.
And I went, because it's bread.
And it's homemade.
Bread. She was just not having it at all. Just not having it at all. At all.
But at least you did it. Do you know what I mean? And you can taste the difference when you make something from home with love that you've made, that you've put your blood, sweat and love into it. You can taste the difference from when you go and buy a bought store bread. Do you know what I mean? So those are the things that I definitely try and do. And then, like I said, try and keep creative. I come from a creative space, so I can't not be creative. Do you know what I mean? So I'm conceptualizing maybe future ideas. I'm writing things down. You know, I love to edit videos, so I'm busy editing stuff. I've been grateful that I've had the odd client here and there still.
Thank you for saying this. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If I was you, I would stop talking because you're going to be finding that there's lots more things that we're going to think, yeah.
Well, I'll just let you know, Nims, I'm charging because it's that time. Do you know what I mean? No money's coming in, so...
I'm still coming.
Come on in, girl. You know me. You know where I'm at. Come on in. So yeah, I'm still trying to really keep creative in that space because I think if I pull away from that, then I'm pulling away from a part of me as well. Then I'm going to just find myself going into a deep dark hole, you know. So I'm doing all of those things, and it's kept me sane. It's kept me going. You know, it's been a long time. I stopped working on the 13th of March. It's been a long time. but I'm okay. You know, I've had obviously there's been 1 or 2 days where I'm just like, I'm not feeling it today. I'm not feeling life. I'm not feeling it. Yeah. So when I have a bad day, I allow the bad day to happen because it's normal. We have to allow these things to happen.
I think that's the most important thing. I think that's the most important thing right there. That if you're having a bad day, it's okay. Like, everyone's going through it. It's okay. Have it. Move on. Let's have it. Tomorrow's a new day.
Exactly.
That's the funk for today. Stay in that funk. But tomorrow, let's pick up the funk and get rid of it and do something else.
That's it.
I think that's it. I think that's it. Sade, it's been amazing talking with you.
Thank you, Nims, and you.
Thank you for joining us. Guys, look, I've pinned Sade's handle. Go follow, go check her out. Come on, guys, this is what we need to do. Let's network.
Definitely. And to all my fellow lesbians out there, even the rest of the LGBT family, this is not just about the lesbians. Obviously, it's our day, so we're going to big up ourselves.
Of course.
But to all of my fellow lesbians out there, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you had a wonderful week. Keep big upping each other. Keep being a support system and a support structure for one another. We have to show more than anything else that we are there for each other in the community. More now than ever, because there are a lot of us out there who are in very difficult and horrible situations. But know that everything is temporary. This will end, and we'll be able to get back and see our friends and do the things. But just know how phenomenally amazing you all are. Every single woman out there who's watching this, you are all phenomenal and amazing. And remember that. Say that to yourself every morning when you wake up. I'm a phenomenal woman. I'm amazing. That's all I have to say.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
guys,
Nims.
remember, add Sade. Go and check her out. Guys, let's network. Love yourselves. Love everyone. Beautiful. See you
Bye,
later.
Nimsy. Have a good one, babes.
You too. Guys, that was so amazing from Sade. Amazing. Guys, as we've been doing, so I've said, hands up for Lesbian Visibility Day. Show yourselves. Be proud. Put your hands up. Let me see that emoji. Let me see the hands up. Hey. Right? Let me see those hands. Guys, if you are a lesbian, jump in the comments. Let me know. I want to get some of you guys into this chat today. I want to get as many of you guys into this chat as possible. All right, so there are some people that I see in the chat. I'm going to try and call up one of these people. Let's see if we can grab someone. Right? I'm going to start going call outs as well. Right? We've got loads of people in the house. And right about now, I'm going to, let me see. Let me add. Had a request coming in, right? Guys, hopefully, let's see if we get it on. I'm loving it. Hello, people. We have Carmen London in the building. Say hello to everybody.
Hello. Don't know if you can see me.
What? All right, so for those of you that don't know, right, Carmen is a DJ. Carmen sits on a panel with us at Ask Real Quiz on when we did Ask Real Quiz London, and new stuff coming out real soon. We got more stuff coming, you know what I'm saying right now? Right. All right, so, I mean, look, tell everybody, that's just my little introduction to you. Mm-hmm. Do you tell everybody in your own words what it is that you do? Go for it.
In a short word, I'll call myself an entrepreneur because I don't just do one thing. I do loads of different things. So, first of all, I'm a DJ. I'm a radio presenter. And I'm also...
Plug yourself, girl. Plug yourself. A radio presenter. Where are you a radio presenter?
Well, I'm on Pulse 88 Radio. And occasionally I'll cover people's shows on BBC One Extra.
That's what I'm talking about. Big yourself up.
Yeah, so I'm a DJ, I do radio presenting, and I also do events as well on the LGBT scene.
What type of events do you do?
I call it open-minded because we attract LGBT plus people that are open-minded, who don't necessarily put themselves in a box. They don't label themselves, but they still want to go out and meet other people that is like-minded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And all right, so you do your open-minded events.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you have been on the panel with me. We did Arts Real Queers London.
Yeah.
Right, season 1 and
2.
Real soon, people. real soon. Right, we got that happening.
Yeah.
So this is. I mean, look, right. A lot of people don't realise that, you know, other people got things going on, right? And as it's Lesbian Visibility Day, we have to put ourselves up to them. So I'm so glad that you was able to come and jump in on this chat.
Of course,
right?
man. Of course.
Right?
Of course.
Give us a little rundown. How have you been keeping? How have you been keeping good during this time?
Do you know, the same with what Sade said. I've just been trying to keep my mind right. At first, it was very stressful, but I just feel like just try to keep as normal as possible. So if you go gym regularly, you know, exercise, you know, go for a jog, go for a walk. Try to keep in communication with your family and your friends. You can video call them. You know.
Have you had any moments during any video calls where it's been a little bit, where it might have been a bit of like, ooh, that was a close moment? Like, you know, like we've got all of these apps, like House Party, we've got these
House Party, oh my God.
So, give us a rundown. Have you had any of these kind of moments happen?
Listen, there's a lot of stories on House Party, man, but I don't want to get into that right now. There's certain girls in House Party that are doing the most. Let's just say that. That's doing the most. Certain girls are using toys and stuff like that in House Party.
Very interesting.
And there's like 8 people watching.
Right.
I actually deleted the House Party app because spill the tea, you know. I don't know this girl personally, but I feel like she's just very horny, and she just basically got a vibrator or a rabbit, whatever you call it, and started putting it in her vagina, and everyone could see. Yeah, this channel ain't for children. Sorry if there's.
Hold on, wait. Everyone could see.
Yeah. So that's how House Party is basically an app where you can have 8 people in the chat. So, for example, me and you are video calling each other. You can have 8 people watching at the same time. And it's like a conference. It's like a Zoom.
It's like a Zoom. It's like Zoom calls, right?
It's like Zoom, but I'll just say it's a bit more. It's not as professional as Zoom. It's a bit more a relaxed environment.
Okay.
You know, yeah, girls are just. Maybe it's for clout, I don't know, for attention, but they're just doing the most.
Boredom, I guess. It's boredom.
Obviously, it's not like Instagram. Instagram has regulations and you can report things. On House Party, you can't report things. So if girls are on there putting things in their vagina, no one's going to report it. It's going
to report it, yeah.
Yeah, it's either you either stay in the room and watch it, or you just cut.
The killer is, like, have you ever been in a room whereby, you know, you don't lock the room and just anybody, any random person that has you?
You know, I don't like that. I don't like it. Because there's always a guy that comes and he's like, hello? No, what's going on? I'm just like, who they? Like, no. So, there are situations in House Party, but I've came off the app. This is not for me, man. This time for me is about spiritual growth, you know, and that's my main focus. This growing, as Sade said, growing mentally, physically, emotionally. Like we all can do it at the same time, you know. This time is definitely for spiritual growth, man.
100%.
Things at House Party is very distracting for me. It serves me no purpose at all. If I want to talk to my family or friends, I can call them on WhatsApp. Right. You know?
That's it. This is it.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying this lockdown thing, man. I'm enjoying it. As Sade said previously, it's a yin and a yang. It's a good and a bad thing, but
yeah,
let's make the best out of a bad situation. You know, none of us are at work. None of us are getting stressed. You know, if you got bills to pay, we've got our government. Thank God, other countries don't have support like that. You know, so yeah, I think in England we're blessed right now, and we need to appreciate that.
Well, I see that you're trying to help people out. Yeah, sometimes I tell you, a good few times a week, I'll be sitting there with nothing to do, and I'll pop up. Carmen London's gone live. And Carmen London doing a little DJ set, like keeping people entertained during this time. I love it. Anything new on the horizon? Any new plans you've got for the future?
Do you know what? I'm trying to, during this quarantine period, I'm actually trying to plan new events, so something brand new for the scene. So I'm just here with my team right now, just trying to plan something completely new, something bigger, something better, something unique that's never been done before. So yeah, you can watch out for that. So some new stuff on the scene, some new stuff, some unique stuff.
I love it.
Some more inclusive stuff. That's for everybody. But that's it for now. Obviously, the DJing, that's my main passion, man. Is music. So that's my.
They say music is a great healer, right? It's a great healer. And you know, for me, I find that different music genres hit different moods, different emotions. So when I'm getting ready to go out, it's a little bit of bashment. You know, if I'm in my feelings, I might listen to a little ballad or two. Yeah. You know, if it's that moment, you're gonna fling on some old school R&B or some slow jam. So the moods. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. So before I let you leave us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give us. Let me think. What can I get you to do for me today? Give us. All right. Give me one. Yeah, I would like you to nominate one lesbian that you are inspired by.
I would probably say...
It could be anyone. It could be anyone. Please don't think it has to be somebody that everybody knows. Doesn't have to. It could be literally your best friend. It could be, Nims,
I was actually going to say someone famous.
Okay,
but now you're telling me it could be literally anyone. It could be my next door neighbour.
No, because if they're a lesbian and you find them inspiring, or you feel that they've got something to offer, then talk. Say.
To be honest, I was gonna say young MA, not because she's a stud, but because I just respect her because she's been through a lot. And I've actually met her personally when I was out in Jamaica DJing. Mm-hmm. And
me too.
Jamaica's a very homophobic place.
Yeah.
And they were saying the most while she was out there on stage. Do you understand?
Right.
Like fish this, like lesbian this, and she performed, and like it was a good performance. But I like the way she doesn't like. How can I describe it? Like she's true to herself. She will never back down. She'll never she'll just be herself. Like this is me. Like if you love it or you can like leave it, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? And I just respect that because people can't help who they love. End of the day, people can't help who they love. Like I can't help who I love. But
this is it.
You know, when people are just like, this is me. You know, I'm making money. I'm a sick rapper. I'm doing this, and she's big as well. Like it's not like because there's a few like up and coming lesbian rappers and stuff like that, but they're not really busting through the doors like that. And obviously, she actually came through off a real talent.
I remember.
But the thing is, sorry to interrupt you. What I really would love here is more LGBT artists, more mainstream. You know, that's why I do push people like Mr. Strange and Carnage Kills. He's another gay rapper as well. Like, I play these people, you understand, on my radio shows because like I just feel like I don't so the issue is when people see LGBT artists. What's the issue? So what? They're sick. They're sick. Do you understand? And I feel like young Emma is the only one who's actually getting real recognition and is actually repping something positive for the LGBT scene. So I say, she's like, everyone knows who she is, isn't it? So yeah.
Yeah. I feel it. Like I was saying, like I met young May. Like she was known, but it was probably a year before the big sellout track. So it was nice to do an interview with young May before then, and to see that she's still the same person today that she was then, even though she's had tons and tons and tons of fame hit her doorway. So that's really good.
Yeah.
Thank you for that nomination. I love it. I absolutely love it. Carmen, I'm not going to keep you for much longer. So I'm going to say thank you for showing up. I've pinned you so people will be...
Thanks for inviting me. Thanks for inviting me.
No, thank you for coming. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
I appreciate it. This is what we need to do. Like I said, let's big each other up. Let's support one another. Let's do what we've got to do.
Everyone who's in lockdown together. If anyone needs any, DJ lessons or just wants to talk about anything in general, hit me up in the DMs, man. I'm a friendly person.
Love it. Love it. Thank you very much. Look at the smile. Look at that. Look,
all right.
people.
Have a good day, everyone, okay?
All right. Thank you. Thank you for joining the chat. Amazing. Guys, so that was Carmen. Guys, listen, I have tagged Carmen in. I've pinned Carmen in the comments. Make sure you guys go and follow her. Go and see what she's about. That's what we're about today. Let's get people on. Who else have we got in the house? Can we have another call for the lesbians, please? Can we do a hands up? Hands up. Let's see the comments riding again, because you guys have been really good. Really, you guys have been really interactive with me today. All right. Who else have we got? Let me see who else we've got in this chat. Let me see if I can grab another person. Let me see if I can grab you. This would be amazing. Let's see if our next person accepts our invite. All right, let me see those hands up.
Oh my God.
Fantastic. Guys, we have the fantastic Andreena in the house, okay? Representing. Let me pin you in the comments too. Can you please introduce yourself? Tell everybody who you are while I pin you in the comments so everybody can go straight to your page.
Hi, look at me sitting here just sipping my tea.
This is what it's about. It's tea time.
I'm sitting there watching everyone, listening to what everyone's had to say and like reading all the comments and that. And I was like, yeah, boy, I love our community, I just love it. But let me
the
just...
comments have been good, right?
Yeah, let me put my tea down. It's been difficult for me to comment because my phone is on a stand, so... Yeah, so I've just been drinking my tea and taking it all in.
So
wow, everyone, yeah.
Andreena runs a poetry night, and let me tell you guys, this poetry night, when did it start? When did you start your poetry night? Was it?
January 2015.
2015, right? And I tell you, it became a regular staple for me. It was local, and it became my first Sunday of the month, if I'm right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it became my first Sunday of the month little thing that I used to go to. And then all of a sudden, I would jump on stage and say, right, this is it. This is me tonight. Let me see what I can do. And I love the fact that you give and you have a platform for people in the community, LGBTQI+, to come out and perform.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, the thing is, I sometimes switch on the TV and I see you on the TV. There's so many things that you've done. Let people know. Let people know what you've done, girl.
Oh, I do a lot. I don't know. I always find it difficult to big myself up, I always find it difficult. When people say, what do you do? I'm like, I find it difficult to... I don't know, I don't want to make it sound like I'm bragging or anything like that, but I do have my hands in a lot of different pies. And, Poetry LGBT has been one of...
Talk about them pies, let's go.
Let's start with Poetry LGBT, because Poetry LGBT is very dear to me. We've been doing it for 5 years now, and it's a space that just allows everyone to just be themselves, and we welcome everyone. You don't have to be a poet. I always say you don't have to be Shakespeare to write poetry and stuff like that. I think what I've been trying to do over the past 5 years is to encourage people to take up writing. Like, I've got my journal that I've been journaling stuff.
Love your journal.
It's really useful. I find it really useful to write my feelings down, because sometimes it's difficult to express exactly what you want to say when you want to scream at somebody, and sometimes it's better to just write it down. And you know, sometimes I share what I've written, other times I don't.
But that's the whole point. You've written it you've written it down, and if you're able to share, then share. Sometimes, like you said, you've written it down, and it's for you. It's that's how you felt at that time. I love it. So
people love that space. People love it because
they do. Like I can see, I'm reading the comments, and they're like, "Yep, your place big bangs. I love it." People are like, "It is." Listen, I have heard. Like, give us an example. Like, what is the most raunchiest subjects you've heard in one of the performance pieces from one of your artists?
Raunchy.
All right, maybe not. Well, most standout. Some of your standout like subjects and things that people have spoken about.
Wow. All of them stand out. All of them stand out to me. I'm just like, everyone's just so creative. I
remember there was a lady once.
There was some. We did do some challenges. The challenges came about because some of the things that some people shared were really, really heavy, and the challenges for me, it helped to break up that heaviness. It brought a bit of vibe, and it sort of softened the space. Sometimes, you know, people have been through a lot of difficult things, and a lot of what we've heard on the stage at Poetry LGBT, a lot of it's quite deep. So the challenges, we've had lots of interesting challenges. Me and G, we make them up as we go along. The most interesting one I remember.
Yeah, go on. What is the one I'm thinking of?
The orgasm challenge. Do you remember the orgasm challenge?
I do not, please.
The orgasm challenge was really good. I think we had people on stage like pretending to have an orgasm, and the sounds, the noises that we heard, it was it was really interesting. Yeah, let's just say it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cream egg challenge. We've had some cream egg challenge where
I remember a challenge where you had the Doritos crisp challenge, and
I don't remember that one.
And it was literally all right. So guys, you got these different packets of crisps and these different packets of Doritos, and it was a roulette. They had super hot, and then they had tangy cheese, and you just didn't know which one you were eating. And I think there was like 5 contestants, and each one of them had a bag of these Doritos, and they had to finish the whole bag.
Yeah, I remember.
The bag first won a prize, and I kid you not, I saw tears. There were people choking. I sat there. I think it was probably. I thought to myself, yeah, I'm having so much fun watching you die on stage right now. This is hilarious.
Yeah, we have had some funny moments. We really have. We had some funny and interesting moments. And I'm quite looking forward to when lockdown finishes and everyone gets back to socializing. And, you know, it's a great community space for people to actually be together. And, you know, it's really nice to feel accepted in a place.
I think it's important to have events that are alternative as well, and I like the fact that it's not your, like, as much as I love going out clubbing, I love that, like, right now, give me 5, give me one club, I'll party in the streets. It's okay, I will party wherever, a good nightclub.
Yeah.
But it's also nice to go out and do other things. So having a poetry night where actually you could just be sitting there, and this is what I like, your structure, is that you could be sitting there and be inspired by something you've seen, and there's an opportunity where you can actually, there's a few spots available for open mic. Come in, let everybody see what you like. Let it go. You know, there was once where there was this this young girl, she got really nervous on stage and literally broke down on stage. And the audience, the way the audience bigged her up and the audience supported her, I tell you, that girl came back a few seconds later. She composed herself, and with the audience, and this is what was nice, because it was a real community spirit, they gave her that strength to be able to come back up again. And that moment will always stick with me. That will always stick with me.
I love how people, when they think about poetry LGBT, they think about how welcoming and loving and supportive the space is for everyone. I really like that. That brings me a lot of joy. Yeah.
Excellent. Right, so I know you do. You don't just do your poetry LGBT. I know you do a lot of work in the community. I know you do a lot of work. Give us a little rundown of some of the things you do.
Well, this week I've been involved in Diva Magazine's Lesbian Visibility Week.
Amazing.
Lesbian Visibility Week. This is the first one. There's always been a Lesbian Visibility Week. There's always been a Lesbian Visibility Day on the 26th of April since 2008. But this year, Linda Riley and the team, they decided to put together a Lesbian Visibility Week so that we have not just one day, but we have a whole week. And it was really nice to be a part of that and watch all of the events. I would have liked it to have been a little bit more diverse, because I think they need to try and include more people of colour within their events.
Everywhere. So yeah, you're right. Like, don't be afraid to say it. It is what it is. Like, as much as I love what you're doing, we need to see more of us. We need to feel a bit more included. We love it. We want to do more. We want to get involved. Include us.
Definitely. Definitely. So yeah, I do use my poetry to get into predominantly white spaces and then hit them with my Same Difference poem, which talks about, you know, us all being slightly different, but, you know, overall the same. You know, we're all one humans, you know. So I like that I'm not afraid to be in predominantly white spaces and be my authentic self.
Good.
And I think that's really important.
And so you should be. Now, you can't go and just drop a little bomb like that and say, you know, I usually do this particular poem when I'm around them. Hello. Can I hear a little bit of your poem? Can I hear a little bit? A little bit?
I don't know any of my poems off by heart, so I'm just like, you know.
It's fine.
I hate when I get put on the spot.
Snippet. Give us a snippet.
Okay, so it goes something like, stare at me, please. I like it. I'm going to go and get it. I'm going to go and get the poem. Hold on.
Go and get it.
Hold on.
I love it. This is what we're about, right? Let's uplift each other. Let's push each other, right? Because I could have just let Andreena just get away with that. No, go and get it. Let's do it. Let's hear it. I want to hear it now, right? This is what we're about. Like, you know, I love the fact that Andreena's been able to come in on this chat. And guys, Andreena's poems are really, really good. So again, another person is just playing themselves down. A lot of people are very humble. She's back and ready.
Let's get this poem.
I love it.
Let's get this poem out now and do this thing. Because, yeah, I don't memorize all my poems. I don't even remember what I did yesterday. Even though I was home all day, I don't even remember that. So this one's called Same Difference, and I like to do it in these white spaces because I get them to actually think about themselves and, you know, look at me and look at themselves and really, you know, reflect. So it's called Same Difference.
Same Difference.
Stare at me, please. I like it. Check out my hair. It's the texture of rough cotton before it's relaxed. Stare at me, please. My brows are a few shades darker than yours. My lashes shade and protect my eyes as they do yours. Look into my eyes. Tear ducts where tears fall, stream and gush. Stare at me, please. I like it. Check out my nose as it's uncommonly smaller than yours. Check out my lips as they too were made to kiss and pout the occasional lipstick. Tell me if we breathe the same way as I take a gulp of air down to my lungs and breathe out. My neck, my arms, my elbows, these fingers too await that special ring. My breasts, my back. Cut me some slack as you check out my fat. My thighs. Now focus on my feet. I would normally be doing this standing up. Now focus on my feet. They're more or less the same as yours. 10-toes, arched heel, and a callus or two. Me, you, they, her, him, please check out my skin. Sweet shea buttered melanin. Cut me deep and see if we don't bleed the same way. See if my blood goes from dark to red when it hits the bed. Stare at me, please. I like it. White, black, yellow, purple, or blue, I stare at you too. Yes, there are so many similarities. Now you tell me if we're so different. Thank you. So yeah, that was in my first journal, and now I am on to my second journal. So I have been writing a lot more. But yeah, I love that poem.
Can we get some clicks, please? That's what we do. That's what we do, right, people? When you go to a poetry night, right, a spoken word night, we click. We don't clap, we click. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Right, let's click. Let's get some clicks in the comments. The hearts have just been pumping. You've got fireballs, quick crowns coming in the comments. Like, they love that piece. And it's amazing. Listen, I got a feeling, right, that I'm going to have to get you back. We're going to have to get you back on a chat, because I feel like there's so much more we can talk about, and I know we're short for time, and I do not want Instagram to hit me with that little timer. Like they like to say to you, oh, time's running out, time ticking.
But take care of yourselves and each other.
No, 100%. Listen.
Happy Lesbian Visibility Day. I'm lesbian all day, every day.
Guys, I have tagged Andreena's poetry page in the comments. Like, go and follow, go and see what it's about. It might inspire you to do a little bit more, right? Like I said, I'm definitely going to connect with you again, 100%. Let's keep this movement working. Let's go. And also, quickly, you mentioned something to me before, and I don't want you to leave without mentioning it. Something you and your daughter was doing. Go on, you've got
the birthday box.
Yes, please. Just talk
Thanks
to me
for
about
mentioning it. It's a box.
Right.
With birthday supplies.
Right.
You can see that. It's got a birthday banner, it's got balloons, it's got all sorts, it's got a card. It's basically got birthday bits for children whose birthday is coming up in lockdown and their parents can't afford to buy them birthday bits. So me and my daughter Renee, we're making up these boxes, we're bringing them to food banks, and if families are there picking up their food anyway and they've got a child or children in their household whose birthdays are coming up, they can also pick up a box. So yeah, we're all doing our bits to help.
Amazing.
So check out, it's called my.birthday.box on Instagram, and we've also got a Just Giving page.
Fabulous. Amazing. Guys,
yay.
Make sure you go and check out Andreena's page, and all of that information's on your page, right? You've got links to that. Great stuff. Amazing. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye, sweets. Can I just say, you guys have been turning up today. Turning up. Thank you, Andreena, for joining in on the chat. Guys, you guys have been amazing. I've got another request in the comments. Let me grab somebody else in real quick before anything else happens. Okay, fantastic. Let me grab this lovely lady in. And again, in the comments, people, can we get some more hands up, please? Hands up, hands up, hands up. Let's get some hands up in the comments for lesbians.
Hello. Hello, darling.
We have the fabulous Bekka Whitney in the house.
Hello.
Everybody say a little hello to Bekka.
Hi, ladies.
So, guys, I've met Bekka. What were we doing? We were performing at an event together, were we not?
We were.
We were. So can you tell people what it is that you do? And happy Lesbian Visibility Day to you too.
Hello. I'm very visible. Hi. That sun is making me very visible. Do you like my natural lighting? It's very good.
Love it.
I'm quite impressed with that. What do? I'm a singer, songwriter, independent artist. I'm a poet. I do a bit of acting. I've just, since lockdown, taken on some young people in terms of some artist development. So I'm now kind of working on developing some artists, which is new for me, but good practice for kind of setting up the label, which is the future plans.
Wicked. I love it.
Trying not to go stir crazy like everybody else, although I'm already a little bit crazy, so that's a challenge within itself. But yeah.
I get it. Like, you know, again, another person is downplaying themselves. You are a parent too.
Yes,
like, you know, you're a parent. Like, no, because that's our first job, right? It's our first job. So it's often the one that we don't mention because you should just know. That's just
automatic, right?
Yeah, it's automatic. So don't feel any way. It happens. It happens, right? How are you finding lockdown with the kids?
Challenging. They're very bored, but they don't want to do anything. So typical teenagers, really. Yeah.
This is the life we live with these teens.
I occasionally manage to drag them out the house. We're very fortunate. We've got a nature reserve like 5 minutes up the road from where we live, which is where I am sitting now. If I just show you this beautiful place.
Look at the views. You actually
I don't have a garden or an outside spot, so this is my outside spot.
This is an outside spot. That's right.
This is it. This is my hour in the sun.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I found the whole experience quite challenging. I suffer with mental health, so I suffer with anxiety and depression and go through phases like lots of people do.
Yes.
And I think when lockdown first hit, that was really challenging for me. I had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, so it didn't quite penetrate for about the first 2 weeks. And then I had a moment of abject terror and existential fear, which I've never actually experienced in my life, obviously magnified by already having anxiety. And so for about 2 weeks, I was just in a state of abject terror every day, like completely irrational, convincing that the world was going to end. I started meditating and trying to get back into my normal routine, going outside, stop being so frightened to go outside, it's okay. And then making that a regular part of my routine, exercising and meditating, and that kind of started to bring me back to myself. So, you know, the first couple of weeks of lockdown was a bit of a scary place, but the last couple have actually been quite nice, and actually finding times to do things that you wouldn't normally do, like lots of the girls were talking about earlier, like baking. I'm baking all the bloody time, making lemon cake, muffins, flapjacks. I'm going to get really fat by the end of it, but that's all right. So yeah, just taking time. I've been writing a lot of poetry as well, which I found quite cathartic. I entered a poetry competition, which they do every April. We've got to write a piece every single day. So that's kept my mind occupied, giving me something to do.
Interesting. Not to cut what you're saying, but I just wanted to just commend you for coming out and talking about like some of your mental health moments that you're going through and stuff. And
I think it's really important. It's important to talk about it.
It's so important for us to talk about it, and not for us to not have this taboo and this fear of what will people say. Are they going to reject me? What is this? And it's, again, for someone who also suffers with anxiety and has had moments of depression too, like, thank you for talking about it, and the way you just mentioned it so nonchalantly, like, this part of me, it's part of life, it's happened.
It's part of so many people's lives, and if we stop being so frightened of it, then you know, that's how it gets better. When we stop worrying about it, we stop worrying so much about what other people think, and that it's okay to say, I'm struggling and I need some fucking help. It's actually okay to say that, you know?
100%.
Some people will respond to it, and some people won't. You'll always get people that don't understand. Well, why can't you just snap out of it? Well, why can't you just get out of bed today? Well, why can't you just make the best of things? And that's okay, because there will always be those people. But there will also be people that understand and get it. And that's why I talk about it, because it's for those people.
100%. Like, I'm going through the comments right now, and I see you. I follow you guys on my private page. I see you guys. And trust me, we will be joining in on the Zoom. In fact, get yourselves ready, because I'm going to call you in next. Right? I'm going to be on the chat next. All right. So yeah, I mean, look, it is. It's important to talk about, and thank you for mentioning it. I know we don't have long because Instagram likes to cut people off, and we don't have long. But like I saw, like you said, the first couple of weeks were hard, and then it's got better the last couple of weeks, and I literally. You know, I check in from time to time, and I saw, you know, you were performing live.
God, life was going crazy just before lockdown. I mean, as a musician, I kind of just got to the place where I've been working for my entire life. So I got to perform at Brit's After Party. I got loads of press out of that. My single I Never Knew, which I wrote and produced myself, got picked as one of the top singles in Canada for 2019 at the end of last year, which was amazing. I was kind of getting regular bookings, so I was out gigging every week, and kind of things were just starting to roll. Money was coming in. You know, it was getting to that good place that I've been working a very long time to get to. And thank you, Mr. Government, but we will leave that one there. Yeah, but what I have been doing is writing, so getting the next lot of material ready. Because I haven't been quite well, I haven't been online, I haven't been as visible as perhaps I normally am, and so that's something that's kind of shifted in the last week or two as well. So I'll be getting back to doing my regular lives, coming and singing some songs for people.
Amazing. We'll have to get on and do a little duet or something at some point.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I've got a couple of songs that need a little spitting in, so we might have to talk.
There we go. Well, see, look, work. Like, you know, again, I can't mention that you are an artist and not ask you for a little something. You know,
I might give you a little something.
Just give us like a little verse or a little chorus, just a little something.
Okay, a little bit of I Never Knew.
All right, let's go for it.
When we came to be, we was disturbed, cut low, exposed to the nerve, trying to heal from the steel of the ones left behind. But you wasn't free, and I finally see through the light. I never knew just what I was getting into. There you go.
Thank you. This is the thing, right, guys? What I love about Bekka is that Bekka hasn't got a conventional voice, right? Bekka has her own style, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I love people that are unique and do their own thing.
Oh, right? Don't get me wrong. People will love it or hate it. You know, they get a lot of hate. So get a lot of hate.
Yeah, you know what? That's fine. You stay over there. That's fine. You stay in your lane, and we stay over here. But I personally love your work. I tune in whenever I can, and I'm sure the way I saw the hearts coming in, they're loving it too.
It's on Spotify, iTunes, all those places. It's called
There we go.
Right? Go and check it out.
You're hitting Canada. I love it. You said Brits After Party. I mean, come on.
It's all going on.
Come on, pick up yourself. Listen, I'm going to try and see if I can grab. I think we've got. Probably going to cut us off real soon. But I'm going to try and grab one more person into this chat.
My darling.
Cut us off. But thank you again.
Lovely to speak to you.
I'm pinned. Bekka.
Happy Visibility Day, all my lovely lesbians.
Happy Lesbian Visibility Day to you too.
Go be a part of lesbian style. Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys. Okay, yeah. So that is it. They're cutting us off. That is it. We are all of the information in the comments we're gonna get, and I'm gonna put together a little post for you guys. It has been amazing talking with you guys today. You guys have been fabulous. Thank you for joining in and being so present. And happy Lesbian Visibility Day, and bra to you all.